Hi everyone and welcome back to Rachel's Enchanting Cakes. Now for this week's tutorial we're making these super cute baby blocks from coloured chocolate filled with delicious cake. Something just that little bit different. It's super easy, and when I purchased these coloured chocolates for a previous tutorial I found them so easy to use and they're absolutely delicious. As always, everything you need to know in a simple step-by-step format. Let's make a start. The first thing I do is make the decoration. For this, I am using the Sweet Stamp cookie set, and I simply remove the letters 1 to 5 using a small piece of sticky fondant. I then take a small amount of fondant and simply roll this out on a dusted surface. I'm then choosing to use an embossing mat just to get more of an effect on my baby blocks. You can skip this step if you want to. Using a square cutter, I simply cut out squares. I want 5 for each cube directly from the sugar paste. I then take my numbers one at a time. I push them directly into the sugar paste and I remove with tweezers. You want 5 for each block that you make. I now want to make my own edible metallic paint. So here I have a dipping solution that's completely food grade and can be used for cakes. I've got some very fine brushes in order to paint the embossed section on each block. A luster dust, you can choose any luster dust that you want to use. And finally, a paint palette. Really simple to do, so just add some of your luster dust directly to the paint palette or wherever you're mixing yours, and then add the dipping solution directly to the luster dust. This will create an edible paint and it will be safe to eat when the product that you have painted is completely dry. Now simply take your time using the very fine brush to paint each individual number or letter that you have chosen to emboss on your baby block. So now the decoration is ready, I'm going to make the blocks. For these, I am using the pastel set by Dinkydoodle. These are coloured chocolates and they are absolutely delicious. You simply melt them in the microwave and it just makes it so much easier. I also have some cube moulds, again available from Dawn, from Dinkydoodle, and finally some scissors. This is going to be to cut the silicone mould. Start by simply cutting your silicone mould into segments. This is just so you can work with each one individually. It will cut very easily. Obviously they can still be used again, but I find this is a much easier way to use this mould. I simply melt each coloured chocolate in the microwave. Just follow the instructions on the bottle. Place it directly into the mould and then just make sure it covers all of the sides. Don't worry if you get a little bit of chocolate just over the rim. It will easily peel away. In order to fill these with cake, I'm using a basic cake pop mix. So I take 2 freshly baked cupcakes. I simply rub them in between my fingers directly into a bowl to create cake crumbs and then mix them with a small amount of buttercream. So checking that the chocolates set correctly on each baby block, you now simply want to push in directly to each one the cake pop mix that you've just made. If there's any excess chocolate just on the top, like you can see me do here, simply push it away with your finger and it will come away properly. Simply fill these to the top. I now need to seal each baby block. So I simply take the chocolate and melt it in the microwave again. Remember, these chocolates can be melted over and over again. Just follow the instructions on your actual product. I simply place this directly over the top of each baby block to each corresponding colour, and I then leave it to set. Again, leave these to set for a short period of time and then simply release them from the moulds. They are very easy to release as these moulds are really versatile. Finally, using a small amount of edible glue, or if you wanted to, you could also use melted chocolate. I simply add the fondant essence that I previously did right at the beginning of this tutorial. And it really is as simple as that. So you've got your perfect baby blocks with the sharp edges, but they are really, really tasty because it's just made from chocolate and cake. Happy baking, everyone. This is a more simple one. It's great for the beginner baker. I will be back with more advanced tutorials soon. But remember, there are now 178 tutorials, I believe, on the channel. There is something on there for everyone, for all skill levels. Take care of yourselves, and I will be back soon.